So it's not rare to see a dirt jumper inside of a skate park. This has happened before. But what Matty did to this bike, I had never seen before. He's got pegs on it, and the way he got pegs on here was not easy at all. I'm gonna have him break it down in a second, but let me just show you this. This is the one side with the peg, and as you can see inside there's like an axle that's all the way to the edge. Look at that, it's barely on the end of that peg. But if you come over to the other side, look at this huge axle and nut combo right here. This is insane looking, and I can't believe how much work Matty actually put in this thing, so I'll have him explain. Where do you start with this? How do you want to explain this? I guess we'll start with the idea, right? You wanted to put pegs on for what reason?
I don't know, I just thought it'd be fun to put pegs on the dirt jumper. We ride in the skate park most of the time, so I thought, how weird would it be to have a suspension fork with a peg? It's just, I don't know, idea that popped in my head. So this is not anything that you're gonna buy at your local bike shop, that's for sure.
Literally nothing. Like
no, this is just a couple Home Depot
Maybe
runs.
the peg you can get from the bike shop, but that's about it, right?
Peg, but even that, you still gotta drill that out. So the peg's almost just a piece of steel at this point.
All right, let's break down the process here.
Well, the axle is humongous. So the way that this axle works is it's a through axle, and it's basically notched, almost like a bolt, or a nut, I should say. It's notched like a 17 on this side and like a smaller one, like a 15 on this side. So that the axle slides through.
Two different sizes then on each side.
Yeah, and it slides through, and then it's got this nice little bolt that just tightens right into it, and then you just tighten these little clamp things down, and it's a really beautiful process. Your wheel will never shift, and it's actually great. The issue is you can't use any of that to put a peg on. So I had to go try and find something at Home Depot that would be the same thickness as the through axle. So I found a 3/4 inch, just a
random axle,
just a giant axle, and it's about this long. I think it's a foot.
Well, yeah, you can clearly see how long it is. I was wondering why it was that long.
Yeah, I think it comes at a foot, and I was gonna cut it down, but then it just kind of worked that I was like, oh, I don't even need to cut this down.
So is there a bolt that's like similar to the one on that side right there inside this peg right now?
Yeah, so
it's just really deep in there?
I basically had to get the exact same bolt, but it didn't fit inside of the peg, so I had to shave it down a bit, just enough so that it was kind of tight in the peg. So I started on the edge of the peg, like just kind of hammered it to the edge, and then just started tightening it down until the bolt worked its way into the peg again.
So you're actually using the peg to tighten it in a way?
Yeah, pretty much. You could.
Whoa.
Yeah, it should. The good thing is the way you grind will spin it tighter.
Yeah,
which is nice.
You're grinding on the right.
Because you're grinding on the right and spins. Yep.
Okay.
So, and then the biggest issue that, I mean, we're probably gonna face is that on this side, like I said, it's a big opening for like a giant, almost like the size of like a big nut like that. And I had to fill up that space because the axle is too thin for this side. So I had to put like, the only thing I could find kind of thin enough was inside of there is a little white piece of like PVC pipe that I basically just grounded down and tried to use it as like a plastic spacer kind of thing. So that's definitely a piece that I'm a little hesitant about.
So what do you expect? If it fails, what's going to happen?
The wheel will just shift slightly.
Slightly?
That's it.
So it won't be a much?
No, because
it is tightened on the outside.
Yeah, the hub can only move so much against the fork. And then because it's so tight, like, yeah, it's just going to shift a little bit. Like, it's not going to, I don't think anything is going to break, which is good. And the cool thing is I can pull this right out and put my other axle right back in. There was no modification to the fork or anything. So
well, that's good.
Everything is safe as could be. The only thing, it might just hear the disc rub or like the wheel might shift a bit.
I think there's a couple things you want to accomplish here. I mean, it's definitely grinding these rails that are here. Bonita has such
high enough.
Awesome rails. Yes, they're way higher than a BMX bike.
Because a skate park wasn't built for 26-inch wheels.
So these are 26-inch wheels, which means that peg is a little under 13 inches off of the ground from the bottom up there, if I do my math right, compared to a BMX bike that's like a little bit under 10 inches if you do it to the center of the axle. Somewhere around there. I don't know. Maybe the tire comes into play. I really don't know. We didn't get the exact measurement, but it's not too far off, so I think these all the big rails are going to be no problem. The only rail that I'd be concerned about is that little flat rail.
Yeah, flat rail, we could try it. I just don't think it's really going to work. I don't
and
think
another,
it's going to be high enough.
Without grinding wise, a trick that pops in my head is the hang 5.
Yeah, that's why I did want to mess around.
Oh,
with
yeah.
that. No,
So-
that was in my head already.
That would be cool to
Because
see.
that would be fun to do. I think it might be cool because if you get it, a bigger wheel causes a better balance point.
Better, different at least.
Different too, but I think if you get the bike up, it's just gonna be harder to get the bike to that point.
Cool.
Look
So
how
do you want to start with that then?
ridiculously high. Yeah, I'll try it.
All right, let's do that. He's gonna have to flip the bike so far forward compared to what he's used to doing. So you can see he got denied, and he's feeling it on that one.
That was quick.
Attempt number 2. Oh, that was better.
So high. You have to stand.
Really far forward.
Yeah, over like in front of him.
So this is just a feel out process. He's got to learn every single time he goes. Oh, you're so close. Come on.
I gotta get it closer.
Oh, you got it a little bit. Hey, you landed back on the pedal.
Yeah.
So he said that the seat isn't really hitting against him the right way. You can see like the seat's underneath of him right now to do it. Wow.
Yeah, I can lock in,
The seat
but the seat is gonna
is
be.
kind of in the way. Like
The
you
seat
need the
is
bike
just
to
gonna-
go steeper than the seat will allow.
Yeah,
Technically, right?
Yeah, or you'd have to like
So
angle
if
your
the
seat down.
if the seat wasn't there, you'd be chilling. You'd have that thing like right where it needs to be. Because now
Yeah, probably.
you're in an awkward position where you're like far forward on the
Yeah,
frame
this
because the
almost needs
seat's
to
in
be
the way.
almost at my waist.
That's
kind of what it
nuts.
feels like. So I could lock in, but it's just
Wow.
gonna look ridiculous.
So it's going to be awkward. It's not going to be like a regular hang 5. But look at him. He's locked in right now. He's cruising. Oh, he comes down so aggressive. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, yeah. Look at you go. Oh, no.
Yeah, one was hard too. The suspension.
Oh, because you're like pushing on the handlebars. Oh, think about that, guys. Because usually he's used to having straight, consistent feel from the fork to the handlebars. So now when he's pumping with his wrists,
You go to push
it's going up and
forward more,
down.
and you push forward more, and it's springing. So it
Oh,
almost feels like
man.
it's like you kind of feel like you're on a boat a little bit.
Whoa, that's crazy.
I just noticed it in that one for the most part.
Whoa, oh. Did it happen? So it's officially loose now?
I don't know
But
what's loose,
what
though.
caused it though?
No, I don't know what's loose. Because the bolts are tight.
Look at your plastic piece. Does your plastic piece look
It's
messed
still
up?
there. Well, now it's tight again. So I guess
Oh, it
it's
is
just
tight
that
again?
bolt. Yeah.
Oh, so the bolt system at least. Okay, so that's not too bad. At least it's not totally broken.
No, it's
But
fine. It's
it would
tight
make
again.
sense though from his foot going on it and off of it, it would loosen
Yeah,
it
like
up.
sliding back on it, it
Could
loosened
be.
up.
Could be.
I mean, I brought the tools regardless, so it's not a big deal either. But
Yeah.
it's tight again. So
Okay.
I think
That's good.
grinding's not even going to affect it because
Yeah, I
it'll be
hope
sliding,
not.
moving forward.
And that's what we're really here for. So you want to get to the grinding? Because we got the hang 5. I feel pretty good about
Yeah,
that.
well, I'll show you next to the rail. It's
Yeah,
gonna
let's go to the
look
little rail.
ridiculous.
So it will grind, but it's not going to be by much. If you look where that front wheel is, watch, pop it on, Matt. Let's show everybody. So you're only going to be about like 1.5 inches off the ground.
Oh, good trainer rail.
It is a
for,
good training rail.
for a dirt jumper grind.
Because you got to remember that the biggest problem for Matty 2 compared to the BMX is bunny hopping. That's going to be difficult for him. Because Matt is so used to doing the bunny hop on the BMX bike, which is significantly different. He's got to work on his bunny hops today. He's got to get better at it quick before he starts grinding these big rails. Oh, look at that nose
That'd
dive.
be like a Bronco.
Oh, man, that's so scary.
Just to get the front end up.
That was pretty good. So practice will make perfect. That was awesome. So how was the double peg? How did that feel?
I mean, it's definitely awkward because you're at a different height than what you're used to on the BMX
Mm-hmm.
bike. So, like, the bunny hop and how you sit onto it, like, the wheels catch so
Yeah,
low.
but
you
it was
almost
still
feel like
solid
you're, like-
looking though. It was
yeah, it
pretty
feels
good.
fine, but you feel like you should, like, be landing, like, so much later
Yeah.
or whatever, and the height that you ride off and
Well,
everything.
so here's my question. Should we experiment on this rail and try a couple different grinds? Like, I would like to see...
Well, I'm scared.
I don't think Feeble and Smith, if you don't want to, we could do that on the ledge. But, like, we could do,
Smith would
like...
be a nightmare.
We could do toothpick hanger. That would be really cool. I think that would be...
Be a steep hanging.
It's going to be a steep
I'll
hanger.
try it. I
And
don't
the
know.
suspension comes into play. So what do you think? Should we try that?
Yeah, I'll try it too. Hanger.
All right, let's do it then.
Okay.
The only plus I would see about this grind is he naturally knows that when he bunny hops high. So, but he's got to get that big back wheel over. That was really good, actually. Yeah, it did hit hard. Good thing you filled up the tires right before you went.
Yeah, I know. That felt fine though.
Yeah, that was really nice. Do you want to do maybe Icepick grind?
I'll try it.
This is going to be a really hard one.
I can't manual this bike at all.
The manualing's hard because of the wheelbase is so big. Coming from a BMX bike, it just feels like a whole new world.
Yeah,
so.
Everything's going to be like.
Okay, let's try it. Do the best we can. That was not bad looking. I think you could do this. Oh, that was so good. Nice work, Matt.
That was pretty good.
So why don't we try the other two grinds over on this ledge that's next to us? Come on over here. And I'm talking about the feeble and the Smith grind. Those are like, that's pretty much all the main grinds that you could do on a bike. I mean, with pegs at least. So
you're not doing a crook on a dirt jumper.
Yeah, that'd be really bad for your bike.
That's gonna be very.
That would be very bad for your bike.
Yeah, really good for your local bike shop.
Yeah, very good for the local bike shop.
I can do Smith.
Oh, that was perfect, dude.
This engine feels ridiculous.
Do you like it?
It's like it just gives away.
That's pretty funny.
You do a Smith and the front wheel just disappears.
All right, we're going right into the hot lap for the feeble. Feeble the whole thing. That was a Smith.
I thought you said Smith the whole thing.
I said feeble the whole thing. Well, that was really good Smith, though. All right, we're coming right back in for the feeble. But you heard that little bit of a clank in that one. That was the loose axle again, so. Perfect. Clean as could be. Shall we move on? I would say the A-frame. I think the A-frame's a good rail to do. So let's
just double peg.
Yeah, just double peg down. Let's do it.
I don't think anything else is ready.
So this A-frame rail is a step up in size, but he's going to have this kicker to help him get on it. That was pretty clean. I heard a weird little noise. I think that was the axle. What about up rail on this thing? Do you feel like you could like go slow and try to up rail?
Try it.
I think that would be, because this is like a decent, rail. It's not too high.
Yeah.
It's a little awkward, but like we're talking about trying it. But I think if you were ever going to try an up rail, this could be your option right here.
No, I could definitely try this.
Okay, so just go slow. Really go slow. You don't have to go fast at first. Oh, that was actually good. Yeah, that looked way better than I thought it was going to be. So the goal is to get up and down, but he's got to go faster. Nice. That was awesome. Would you send the Icepick off of it? What do you think?
Well, to be fair. That doesn't look all that bad.
It doesn't look all that bad. And you can get nice speed. You just got to really focus on the pop. And it's off of a bank. You going to send it? Heck yeah. Come on, you've been the Icepick guy lately.
I know.
All right, here we go. Nice, Matt. Heck yeah.
All chain.
It was all chain and dropout? Let me show you what he's talking about. Come over here, Matt. So you can see there is no hub guard here, and there's a ton of room in between the spokes and the peg area. So
look at the top of my chain.
Oh yeah.
Silver and smashed.
Yeah, so he just grinded only on that.
So that was zero peg. It was just this.
Didn't even need it in the back.
No, I shouldn't even put a peg on. No point.
That's pretty funny. We're gonna make our way to the part that we actually came here to get. We're gonna move on to the big rail over here. We're gonna see if Matty can grind down this thing. It'd be pretty awesome. So here it is. You can see that it's pretty much almost at the fork, kind of at the suspension part of the fork. It's decent, and it's a good size for a BMX bike, but it's definitely gonna be a little bit shorter for the dirt jumper. How do you feel looking at it? Does it make sense?
When I looked at it over there, I get a little more nervous now that I look at it from up here.
Really?
I don't know why. That's not.
Right. We'll do a practice bunny hop next to it if you want.
No.
Okay, then just go right for it.
Bunny hop. If I do a bad bunny hop, then everything's gonna go out the window.
All right.
So you don't need the perfect bunny hop. You don't need the perfect bunny hop.
Okay.
I need to reach. Front wheel's got to land like down there. It's gonna be like a nice old Bronco.
I have confidence in you after seeing what I saw over there. You could do this, Matt. Come on, let's do this one. Just a double peg. That's it. Yes! Heck yeah, Matt. Good.
That one felt really good.
Good.
Bunny hop's getting way better on the dirt jumper already.
Yeah,
timing wise.
Definitely. It just takes some time. That's it. I mean, you're a good enough bike rider to figure that out. It's a good rail, right?
That's a perfect rail for everything.
Well, listen, that's all I came here to do, unless you have anything else. So, what's on your mind, if any?
Feeble ledge.
You really want to do that?
Feeble ledge.
Feeble the ledge.
I just feel like a dirt jumper feebling a ledge at a concrete skate park would look like just why.
Okay, let's go talk about it.
Feeble's ledge.
This ledge is pretty big. It's not a tiny ledge at all. And this side that Matty's doing it on, because he's right side peg, He's got to do the stair side. He doesn't have the ability to, mess up and go down the bank. He's got to go down these stairs if things go wrong. The hard part about this for me is getting the front end up on this bike.
Front end's got to go pretty high.
It's got to get up there.
I'm not confident with the distance for like the pegs.
Mm-hmm.
So, like once the front end's up,
true.
I don't know, like really how the bike's supposed to be angled. I guess
yeah.
For the front wheel to be up and the back peg's supposed to be on. On a BMX bike, it's like second nature. You just know the angle. It works every time.
Yeah.
On this, it's like a totally different like steepness.
Yep.
I think. So that's a little scary, but.
All right, man.
Get the sick B-roll and go upstairs.
I will. Sure thing. Go on ahead. Perfect. I got it. Oh, that was so good though. The street jumper.
The street jumper.
Wow. Who would have thought?
Occasionally touches dirt.
That's so awesome, man. I can't believe that you were able to put pegs on this thing and do pretty much everything that you came here to do. There's nothing else that you missed. You checked everything off the box and more.
Anything I would normally do.
That is ridiculous. I guess the big goal eventually to really hold the street jumper name is to find a rail on the street.
Find like a real street.
Yeah.
And then find a dirt jump right after that.
Yeah.
So it's like grind down a rail straight into a
Well,
dirt
I think
jump.
there's only one place in the world that you could do that, and it's in Bentonville, Arkansas. That's the only place.
Everything is ready to ride there at any time, and everyone's like, do it. Any store owner is like, do it.
Well, we'll do our best to try to find it in Florida in the meantime, but that was awesome, man. Congrats on being able to put your invention to work, at getting this thing to hold up through a full session and be able to get all those tricks. It's definitely really impressive.
Suck my mod work.
Congrats on that. So that's going to be it for this one. I hope you all enjoyed our street jumper video. Until next time, remember to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. So off camera, we just filmed something for Matty's Instagram, and the chain actually quit. So the goal for Matty next time is to engineer a hub guard for this thing. It's a must.
Straw that broke the camel's back.
Your 3D printer's in New Jersey still?
No, it's here.
Oh, you got it now?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
It's here. No,
you got to get to work then.
I know.
You got to get some good resin now. Some really good resin stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's gonna last, but I'll keep printing them.
Okay.
Keep it on tab.
We'll keep you updated. That's the next challenge. We're getting a hub guard.